I think we'll just wait another minute or two before we get started. So I think in the interest of time, since this is a short meeting slot, because we have a special board meeting later, we'll go ahead and get started, call this meeting to order. I did hear from Dr. Yarbrough he was going to be a few minutes late, so but we'll go ahead and get started. First item on the agenda are the information only items. I had no questions about those and received no questions about those from anyone else. So we'll go to the agreements. 3.01, an agreement with the Justice Education Center at Hill House. Is Dr. Billy or someone else here to present on that?
I can present on that. Justice Education, it's the same contract that we had in the past. They help provide CTE classes for students in rooms that we don't have certified teachers in. So this is the same contract that we've used in the past to provide services for kids in classrooms.
Um, all right, thank you. I don't have any other questions of those about that one. We'll go ahead and move on to the amendments. The first one is 4.01, no cost MOU with Cornell Scott. Ms. Peters?
Yes, good afternoon. This is a no-cost MOA with Cornell Scott. We have an existing school-based health center contract with them now that lists all their current sites. This one is adding Beecher School because it was agreed, they wanted a site and there was an agreement with Beecher leadership to operate or to open a school-based health center there after the contracts were done last spring for this year. So we're adding Beecher School, and it also just in this memorandum was language that their federal organization, HRSA, they oversee federally qualified health centers such as Cornell, and they wanted more specific language that kind of clarifies the role of the school and the health center in terms of clinical operations. So that is included in this MOA. It's required language by them so that they are given the permission or the approval to add Beecher School to their scope of service.
All right, thank you. Any comments or questions on this? Thank you very much. Amendment 4.02 is an agreement with Shipman and Goodwin. Dr. White?
Good afternoon. We are increasing the amount of this contract because we are where we have spent money already for this year. There's approximately only $30,000 left in the account. This has been a particularly challenging year. Obviously, we've had 4 union negotiations and a variety of other costs. So at this point, we want to raise the not to exceed before we already exceeded it.
All right, thank you. Comments or questions?
Yes, I have a question.
Please.
Thank you very much for kind of outlining where the spend has been currently. That was very helpful. My question is, do we remember what the total was from last year?
I do not have that number available to me at this second.
Okay. In terms of how we wrote this agreement, did we kind of think it was going to be in this order? Like, how do we base this percentage off of? Because I'm just wondering if this is more in line with what we had spent before. Is it above it by a lot? Is it less than a lot?
You got me on, unfortunately, this one too. This was not a contract that I wrote originally. So this is one of the items I came into. So those are two things I will find out where we've been, what the historical amounts have been, and how much have we raised them.
Okay, thank you.
I'm pulling it up. We have a report on legal costs in the October meeting, one of the October F&O meetings, so I'm trying to pull that up now. So one moment. Although those might be on board docs. I don't know if we still have access to those.
We do still have board docs access.
Okay, yes, I'm able to get into it and I'm pulling it up just so we can be complete on this. One moment. Did I click the wrong meeting?
Did you say something, Mr. Wilcox?
I'm looking for the report. It
Oh, okay.
was presented in the second October meeting and I'm trying to see it. It's not posted.
Mr. Wilcox, I'm also going to reach out to Selena to see if she can pull it for us.
Okay. So, did you have other questions, Dr. Yarbrough?
No, I don't. And I just was looking to know where we are in the range of what was previously spent or what we expected. Otherwise, and even with the information, I support us making this adjustment, even as we keep looking at our legal costs.
All right, thank you. I did have union leadership reach out to me from two of our unions, locals 933 and 3429, raising concerns about increased legal costs in general, and pointing out that when we all work together, we can avoid spending taxpayer dollars on legal fees, and we should prioritize problem solving. And that there's been examples where NHFT and NHPS have been willing to compromise and craft settlements and avoid arbitration, and they hope that this can be the norm. And they're open to exploring ways of avoiding legal contracts and working together. So I'm all for people working together to avoid legal costs, although legal costs sometimes are just simply necessary. Dr. Negron?
Thank you, Mr. Wilcox. I certainly agree with that sentiment. And again, we will continue to bring about collaboration, but it's important for the public to also understand that there are certain matters that have to be handled by our legal advisors. I think Dr. White mentioned earlier, right, we had a significant number of contracts that were being negotiated, so we need attorneys for that. I am confident now we have Attorney Barrera working with us on a full-time basis that is able to bring additional level of expertise, as well as we are also exploring two other legal services that may have also fees that are sometimes a little lower than Goodwin and Shipman and Goodwin. But again, there are certain matters because of the level of expertise of that particular firm that we need to continue to engage with them. Again, ultimately, we want to make sure that we are not placing the district at risk while also ensuring, right, that we are being cognizant of every dollar that we are spending.
All right, thank you, Dr. Negron, and I also appreciate, Dr. White, the memo that you have here, which does outline the costs that we've expended so far with Shipman and Goodwin, and most of these costs are involved with contract negotiations with 4 unions, some litigation and arbitration, and also CHRO complaints, some lawsuits, and terminations, etc. So most of these costs are all the costs are outlined here, so people can take a look at what the legal costs are for. Any other comments or questions on this item? Hearing none, we will move on to purchase orders. 5.01 is a purchase order interstate contract with M.E. O'Brien and Sons. Dr. White.
Yes, this is for work on the playground at Barnard. A lot of this is safety work because that is one of our playgrounds that is more degraded. So this is work to, again, fix the area and make it much more usable and safe for students.
Thank you. Are there comments or questions? Hearing none. 5.02, purchase order with Connecticut Controls. Dr. White.
This is the continuation of our work to upgrade the controls to make it easier to monitor them remotely so that, again, where possible, we can make adjustments. If, say, a custodian comes in, building manager comes in and sees one of the systems down, we can work on it remotely before the students get there so that we don't have to move classes, evacuate a building. This is all to make modernize our infrastructure more in the HVAC area.
Okay, thank you. Comments or questions? Hearing none. 5.03 is also with Connecticut Controls for a different school. Dr. White?
Yes, same thing. I just continue to do our upgrades across the district.
All right, thank you. Any comments or questions? All right, hearing none, I'll make the main motion here. I move that we send to the full board these one agreement, these 2 amendments, and these 3 purchase orders.
Second.
All right, it's been seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we will go ahead and vote. Dr. Yarborough?
Yes.
And I'm a yes as well, so that motion carries.
I think Ms. Downer's on, or did she hop off?
Well, she was, but I don't see her here now. Did she? I don't
I
see
think
her
you're
here
correct.
now, so she must have,
Yeah.
maybe she
Okay.
got cut off or,
Yeah, thank you.
okay, thanks for pointing that out, though. All right, so that motion carries. So next item, is there a FY 26-27 budget update? And just as a reminder, there is a special board meeting tonight because the board meeting had to be canceled last week due to weather events, but we are going to be meeting in 45 minutes for a budget workshop. So that's a reminder. But Mr. Hernandez or Dr. Negron, is there any budget update, or is it going to be presented tonight?
Sorry, we're in one room and we're trying to adjust volumes so we don't
Yeah.
get the echo. No, the budget update is basically what you have just shared, that we are going to have an opportunity in a few minutes to continue engaging with you as members of our board to look at the recommendations that we are making as it relates to the line items. As part of that, I sort of gave you a preview when we were giving you an update of our community budget conversations. So that is the plan for the special board meeting today.
Right, thank you. Any comments or questions? Hearing none. 7.02 is the snow removal update. Dr. White?
Yes, good afternoon again, everyone. Um, as you know, we had a major first blizzard in a decade. So this was a extremely complicated planning for it. What we were trying to work on to make sure we could get schools open safely in the right amount of time. So we did deploy our teams. We authorized them to go out as soon as possible to try to keep up and stay with the storm. Of course, that's a lot of work when you are getting this volume, 16 inches of snow. And then following that is our monitoring phase where we have teams going out to check behind the workers, make sure the work is done sufficiently, make corrections, call back where they are. Because initially the work was done in the first pass to try to lower the amount, then of course coming back to do the second, third, and fourth passes. Another element that complicates is when we have parking bans. While we are slated to only use 15 of our schools for parking bans, when the message goes out, any and all of our school parking lots become sites that residents will park in because they feel this is a safe place to park there, and they were instructed to as the parking ban goes out. So this also disrupts the process for removing snow from parking lots and areas afterwards. For example, the Martinez parking lot had over 40 cars in their lot, and with the parking ban ending at 6 o'clock with intent of us opening school the next day, there's a great deal of work. And also we need our residents to move out as soon as the bans are over so that we could get in and do our work. So our crews did their best of doing passes in the main areas and then trying to circle in and remove all of the snow as possible. We also had to, this time, we've had to put in an emergency contract to do snow removal. Usually this is separate from what we normally do, which is just cleaning the snow, cleaning the paths, pushing it into corners. With this volume of snow compiled with the snowstorm from January that hadn't truly melted, we had to do removal, which is bringing in dump trucks and payloaders loading it onto the dump trucks and then dumping the snow. We were using Marginal Drive. The city gave us specific spots that we could dump. We put some up at the Brennan parking lot because that's not in use. Marginal Drive and other places that the city directed us to use as spaces. So these are, because this had to be done not just to open up parking spots, but also to make the areas around the school safe for our students, because there were piles, as any of us driving around the stairs see, we had piles 5, 6, 7 feet tall that could obscure children from being seen, or areas where kids had to climb over snow patches to get on the block. We focused on the teams making sure they made cuts and aprons so that there were multiple places for families to pull up to get out of their parking so they could have kids unload, as well as our buses unload during this storm. So this was a complex one. This was a very expensive storm for us. And then it got compounded with the day we were finally we were confident we could open securely. We then had an unexpected ice event that night. There was no predicted rain or freeze. And so we had to get crews out to treat so building managers did a great job treating where they could, and then our teams continued to make additional passes of getting salt out. So that was what we had to do for our February storm. We are very hopeful that this will be the last storm for the 2026 season so that we can know when we'll be ending our school year. As a result of this, we have had to add 3 school days to the year because of this snowfall. But again, priority has to be about the safety of students and staff. And that's what we laid out in how we approached cleanup for this storm and the decision for the days we had to remain closed.
All right, thank you. Are there comments or questions?
Yes, thank you for the thorough walkthrough of what the experience was for our district and some of the decisions that needed to be made and how they were made. Thank you for you and your team, and also everyone who was a part of the snow removal and ice cleanup.
Thank you.
All right, any others? My question is, Dr. Negron, your hands up.
Well, wait, Mr. Wilcox, this is related to a previous matter that you had asked, that Dr. Yarborough asked a question about.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Downer?
Oh, yes, I wanted to tell Dr. White, thank you, thank you. We're on the way up, looking good from what I hear. So thank you. I realize that, no one was anticipating this amount of snow. But again, we still need to look at also, bringing this stuff in-house and seeing what we can do, working with our partners in New Haven. I know that the Public Works is still probably busy. They were busy too. They had their contractors out here too.
Yes,
So,
in informal conversations with the Public Works Department, it was discussed that really we'd either have the streets done or schools done, and that's even in a regular storm. That would not. We discussed about the capacity for them to do some of this work, and right now our partners in DPW do not feel they have the capacity to sustain that in the time frame to get the schools cleared, get streets cleared. So that's again, those were some informal conversations, but we'll always continue to look at what things can be done.
okay. Even if we do just our sidewalks and stuff like that, I mean, those things cost money also. And just have plow trucks just do the parking lot and stuff like that. We have to look at ways that we can peel it back some. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Downer. And I think you mentioned, Dr. White, that for the snow removal, the dump trucks and things like that, that was an emergency thing to figure out. So I assume we're going to see backup information on that at our next F&O meeting. I know that the timing is such that it wasn't able to get on for this one with the backup information, but I assume we'll see it then. Is that
Yes.
correct? All
Yes,
right.
you will.
All right, and I agree. Thank you for the full overview. And I know just doing the snow removal of my own property was bad enough. I can't imagine what that was like on 45 buildings and all the complicated efforts there. So thank you to you and your team and our contractors for that. Are there any upcoming financial issues that we need a heads up about? Hearing none, is there a motion to adjourn?
So move.
Dr. Negron had a
Oh, I'm sorry, Dr. Negron.
Okay.
That's okay. I just want to reassure you, Dr. Yarborough, we will send over the information for you. Just want to verify it, but off the phone, we were told that we had 421,000 in expenses last year for Shipman and Goodwin. But again, we want to go back and make sure that we are verifying that, because I know in the past we used to sort of split that into two different areas. And I know that this one is related to for the personnel, right? Legal services.
yes. Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Now is there a motion to adjourn?
So move.
Second,
It's been moved and seconded. We will vote. Ms. Downer,
Yes.
Dr. Yarborough,
yes.
and I'm a yes as well. We are adjourned. I'll see you all in 35 minutes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good night.
Thank you. Good night.